Ward. Can you give me your take on that?
After Ward said that?
Yes, absolutely. He said, who wins that fight?
Andre Ward wins that fight. I think he have more of an IQ. No disrespect to Froch, but I think that Andre Ward has more IQ and more all-around experience to look great in that fight and be pushed by Froch to show his greatness or show his talent as it is. I mean, you know, this is our Olympian, Andre Ward, the only one that won Olympic that year. And Andre Ward now is, you know, he stayed back in the scene for the last 7 years or 6 years, and everybody wondered what's going to happen. He started, you know, learning. He took his time slowly to get where he's at, and now he's ready to blossom right now. And I think he will win, and I won't be surprised if he win by late stoppage.
What round did you pick a round?
I'll say between 8 and 12.
Could you also give me your take on...
I would never fight him, though.
He said that. He said that. He said
I would never fight him.
He said you're his mentor. He said that he's
I would never fight him.
He said the same thing.
I would never fight him. You know, one of my favorite shows, and I'm only 29, was Kung Fu. And the master never fought the student. And the student understood that he would never challenge the master. And so I went on record, like I did with Vernon Forrest. If anybody here know me for many years, you would understand when I told people when they asked me to fight Vernon Forrest, I had $4.5 million on the table. And at that time, I was on my 14th defense as a middleweight champion. You don't have to take this as a quote. You can ask Kerry Davis, he was working then. Ross is not there anymore. I think one DeBella there, but it was Kerry. I know was there for sure, and he's here in DC. I said I can't do that because yes, it's business, but I believe when I fight an individual, things gonna be said and done that we can't recoup. I mean, there's certain things that I know how passionate I get into my opponent's soul, spirit, and mind, and knowing that everything that I do and say, I mean, for that particular person. Normally it doesn't go past that night of fighting. It just, what works for me, works for me. Sometimes it's distasteful, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just what motivates me. Part of that is why I'm here. Even at this age, which is not the norm, because that fire and that same type of mentality having rode me no matter how many millions, no matter how much success, no matter how many defenses, no matter how many times I broke records, no matter how many times I became the oldest fighter in history surpassing George Foreman. There's something in me that if you don't know by now, or know then, with all these accomplishments, then why would a guy get up and run DC this morning at 6:30?
Hey, what's your...